Welcome to partialarc.com. Don't do that.
Welcome back to another episode of Wrath and Story. I'm the Imperial Scribe of this vessel, the Flexible Demeanor, and it is my pleasure to document the many adventures of J. Jones, Andrew Dickinger, and their Servo Skull companion, Daniel Fernandez.
All right, Daniel just turned you back on. I'm having to take care of both of you. Andrew,
I'm fine.
You feeling
I'm fine.
better now?
I think so.
You think so? Huh, that's not something you would normally say. Okay. Well,
and I'm doing good too. We're gonna figure out this fucking monster thing, right?
It might not be a monster. Hold on, let's not jump to conclusions. It might just be some ill-mannered people who eat bodies. Oh, that doesn't sound right. It'll be fine.
Well, so we're following these tracks east, and the problem is that they're getting harder to see. Now, I'm not a master tracker. I'm just a skull. But it seems like we're going towards the fabricators district. But I don't know if we're going to be able to keep following them. Jay, could you follow these, or Andrew? Do either of you have the survival skill to figure out exactly what's going on here?
We were going to take that course.
We were, yeah.
Survival. And then
but I thought it was
just
strange because we've lived through so much, and then also some of us have died.
No, I mean, like, we were going to take that course, and then someone just decided that they didn't want to have any survival skills.
I mean, look,
And-
I have both been great at surviving, one can argue, and then also real bad at it, because I did die once. But I'm still alive, so I still count that as a win, you know what I mean? Not actually body-wise alive, but my spirit and my will, strong. But yeah, I should have taken that course. That was a miss.
I was going to say, like, I mean, I technically took the, talk to people better course. I mean, that's...
You didn't.
That's what I did.
You dropped
Yes.
out of it and installed firmware in your brain to make yourself talk to people better.
I just skipped ahead,
Can we both agree that we're bad at this stuff? We should both maybe invest more time in our skills.
Work smarter, not harder. Maybe.
That's what I did. I worked smarter by, not having to do all the hard work.
It's fine. I will tap into my extra senses. I mean, I can often hear pretty better, and my eyes are really...
Wait.
Really sharp.
What is your survival?
My survival's a 6, so it's not terrible, but it's not good. So, what's the difficulty?
Well, the difficulty is going to be 5.
Okay.
Okay, you need to roll well.
These are some tricky tracks. All right. Here we go. Survival! Oop. Wait. 3, 4, 5! Yes! That's 2 4s, a 5, and a 6. And my wrath die is of no consequence. Yes! So I get low to the ground, down to the mud. I'm sniffing. That doesn't work. I get mud in my nose. I wipe it out. I instead use my eyes and
Daniel, what the hell is he doing?
I'm like reverse crab walking. So I guess I'm like on my stomach with my arm. I'm waddling. I'm waddling with my arms and my legs on the ground, getting really close to the tracks, just following it.
What do your Aeldari eyes see? Oh man, the tracks. They are right there.
Yeah, they're right here.
Because there's all this grime and ash, and I think blood from other things here. But there's definitely some what was sort of bloody tracks that we were sort of following. Maybe not human. I don't know. That seemed to be going to the fabricators district. I thought we might get lost in here, but man, you're just following it right away. I think it leads to that warehouse over there.
Yes, my tracking skills. Yeah.
Jay, what the hell are you doing? Why couldn't you just do that from like standing?
Well, you got to get really close to see the tracks because they're like, they're hidden. They're really low to the ground because that's where they are, on the ground.
Is that how your eyes work? Are you, Daniel? Is he secretly very nearsighted? Because that would explain a lot.
What? No. That's crazy. It's crazy.
I mean, I don't know if it was a fully functional Aeldari clone body that he got put into. I don't know.
Did we ever check that? We probably should have checked that.
Wait a second. Before you put me back into this body, none of you ran a check on the body? Like, what if it was just a goof and Atris was keeping like a body made of like, I don't know, pepperoni or...
I made a check. I checked that it was a functioning body. The end.
Nothing else. How do these eyes look? Like, okay, fair enough.
I didn't check what those Aeldari
I think your eyes
do.
are lovely.
Oh, thank you, Daniel. I appreciate it.
They have they got a look about them. It's striking, let's say.
Oh, all right. Go on. Anything else about my eyes? What about these ears? Pretty cool and pointy.
They are, though I think that trio of people playing cards over there are growling at us a little bit and scowling as you're pointing at your ears. So I don't know, maybe put that back under your hood.
Good call. Yeah. It's all right. It's okay. Anyways, let's maybe go to that warehouse, check it out, scope it out. Actually, before we move on, Andrew, see this track right by my face, right here on the ground? Can you?
Yeah, it's hard to miss.
Andrew, do you think you can take a look at this? Figure out what kind of, I don't know, looks like a shoe? Looks like maybe a boot? I could be wrong, though.
I mean, I would assume it's a, footprint, unless somebody's, walking around on their hands or something. But I guess I can try and figure out what it is. What kind of check do I need to do, Daniel?
I mean, what kind of check would you like to make to identify the make of this footprint? Like, you tell me what skill you want to use.
Okay. So
persuasion.
And it's not tech use.
Oh, baby, he got you. Andrew slowly acquires all the skills he acquires are just skills that allow him to use his tech skill.
I mean, shut up. How about that? So can I use Scholar, actually, to maybe be able to identify encyclopedically what this footprint shape might be?
Yeah. The difficulty is going to be 5. Well, no, it'll be 3 to get a little bit of information. More successes will get you more info.
Okay. I mean, my Scholar is a 6. I read books unlike somebody I know.
What?
So...
I read sometimes. I've been reading up on Aeldari lately. I'm trying to polish up,
Okay, well, I only got a 4, but I can't push any 6s. Like, I have to use my 6 to get the 4. So, what basic info do I learn?
So these tracks they do appear to be human feet, but you are seeing toes, which is a little weird. So they're probably barefoot, which is a little odd.
Let's not judge, Daniel. Maybe somebody just wants to walk around barefoot. I mean,
want to get some fresh feet air, you know what I mean? Sometimes your shoes, too constraining.
I wouldn't know. I don't have feet.
Some hot feet takes from a servo skull.
Yeah. But the one thing that does seem a little weird looking at this is the footprints. It's got a very large gait, or a long gait. They're taking very large steps, it seems.
Oh, like they're really tall, really long legs or something like that.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Interesting.
Also, looking at these tracks seem to be, I don't know. Nah, with a 4, you don't really get anything else.
It looks like Daniel had scanned something, but then his brain deleted it. We gotta check that. We gotta check that drive out, buddy.
All right, so this is what I learned. They were definitely feet.
Okay. So not a boot.
That's as far as I got.
Wait, they were just feet? That's it? You were looking at that for a really long time. Maybe you need to get lower to the ground. Get down here. Get down to the ground.
No, I'm not getting low to the ground.
Oh, come on.
I
Get
can
really
see
low.
just fine.
Fine. Fair enough. Well, we know that it's feet now. Good. All right. Well,
Well, I mean, they could be on a very tall person because, like, the gate is very far. I mean, you can't even step that far.
I mean, it is pretty far. Pretty big step. I don't want to step on it.
Yeah, there's also probably maybe like 6 of them walking here. Yeah.
6.
Oh,
but
good
what,
gaggle. Well,
are there...
as long as they don't have any plasma weapons, then I think we'll be fine.
But wait a second. Is their gate also pretty wide, all 6 of them?
Yeah.
Huh. So either we're dealing with 6 very tall brothers, or sisters, or something else. Maybe like a circus performing act that's taking vengeance on the war people by putting on stilts with feet imprints. You know.
Wait.
Huh?
Couldn't it have been one person with 6 feet?
Now we're getting into it. You're right. Some type of mutant with 6 feet. Well, I guess it's 12 feet since there's 6 people. But 12 feet, it's a lot of feet.
I mean, you're assuming a lot about this multi-person's feet. I mean, they could be. What if he has 7 feet and it just makes it look like it's 6 people walking?
You're right. The opportunities of feet monsters are infinite. Maybe we should just check it out and see what it is.
I mean, we could go to that warehouse where they seem to head towards. It looks like sort of like a lower window going into the basement. I mean, I guess there's also those guys who keep staring at us while we're having this conversation, but I don't know. They don't seem that helpful.
Yeah, I
They
mean...
probably just don't like weirdos who stick their faces into feet prints, you know?
Wait, how long have they been here? Could they have possibly seen the weird feeted thing? I mean, they probably wouldn't be hanging out as normal, unless it's normal on this planet. I didn't ask that. Have you asked anybody if they see weird feeted people all the time? I know I didn't think to.
I mean, I'm from the Mechanicus, and kind of they have lots of feet a lot of the time. Sometimes they don't even have feet, so it's not exactly unusual for me.
I guess that's true. Maybe I just really need to re-examine my values of how I think about too many feet. You know, I'm jumping to conclusions here. It could be totally normal.
Yeah, serious foot judgment here, Jay. What's going on?
Yeah, I gotta look inside. A little bit. Anyways, should we ask these people if they saw anybody come by here? Or do you think they'll freak out?
Well, I mean, I should probably ask them. They're already scowling at you just because of your ears, so, you know.
Well, not everyone can have sweet ears like these. But yeah, you should probably talk to them.
Okay. So I walk over to them. Hello, my good chums. I see you playing a game there. Did you happen to see, like, a bunch of really tall people, or maybe one person with a whole bunch of feet, but also equally tall, go by here?
Yes.
One of them sort of looks up at you and looks back down at his cards without saying anything.
Okay. How about you, sir? Have you seen anything odd or suspicious go by here recently? Maybe blood involved?
He is holding his cards. He's throwing a chip into the center. Oh, now he's holding his cards with just his middle finger up towards you. That's weird. Seems like a weird way to hold the... Oh, no, I see.
Oh, maybe that's a gesture of hello here. That means, like...
We shouldn't assume. We have to look inside ourselves. It doesn't always mean the same everywhere we go. Excuse me, sir. What does that finger mean?
It means fuck off, elf.
Okay, same here then. Good to know. Also, that's Aeldari. Thank you very much. Not elf. It's not a term we appreciate. Not a term we appreciate, buddy. But thank you for your service. Let's go check out that warehouse.
Yeah, let's just go.
You could try to make rolls on these guys if you want, but
nah.
you tracked it to the warehouse.
I can tell you right now, Daniel, the only rolls I want to make on these guys are ballistic skill check rolls.
How quickly we resolved the violence, Jay. Yeah. I mean, is it because we just had a recently violent encounter? Is that what's happening?
Maybe. Interesting that you say that and give me the middle finger, huh? What if you didn't have a finger or a face? Blam.
Okay, Jay, let's go. No need for that.
Hold me back, Andrew. I'm like putting my dukes up. Yeah.
And I lean close to you. Not yet, at least.
All right, so you comically drag me off towards the warehouse.
Yeah.
As we get closer, I would like to do a little reconnaissance. And maybe scope out the place at close range while I'm stealthing. What do you think? Daniel, can I do a stealth check?
Yeah, you can make a stealth check.
Sweet. It's a lot of die, so you tell me what the success needs to be stealthy.
Well,
around
you
here.
don't know what the.
Okay, then
what
I'll
you're gonna
just
need.
tell
so
you.
Tell me how many.
I'll tell you what I
successes
get.
you
All right, here we go. Ooh. Okay. All right. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh wow.
Are those bad wows or good
No,
wows?
very good. Very good wows. 10. I got a 10, which is like what? I can sneak inside a glass building, basically.
So you make your way very stealthily towards this warehouse, and I've been saying warehouse, but that might not be quite what it. I say warehouse, you think of like a pretty big building, but it's not that big. It's really kind of like a shitty, pitiful warehouse crammed between two larger buildings.
Is it like? Is it made of metal and falling apart, or is it like wooden? What's the deal with this thing?
It's wooden, and it's sort of on the edge. This whole city, like I said, is like sort of on poles here and there to keep it above the swamp. There is a street, but there are places where you have to where it's less stable. And there's scaffolding and other stuff trying to keep it from falling into the swamp. This building looks like it's about to fall into the swamp. It's on the edge of the really solid ground around here. It seems like, like I said, a shitty little warehouse. There is just sort of a front door. It's wooden. I don't know if it's locked or not. It's probably locked. And the tracks go towards a small window that seems to look into the basement. Though I don't know how a basement even works, but it's so close to a swamp. I don't know. But
Interesting. So I approach from a couple different sides. I get a couple angles, and I see that the tracks take to the basement, right? It looks like nothing's interacted with the front door.
I mean, it looks like people come in and out of the front door occasionally.
But not these
it's not like
tracks.
it's covered in dust. But these tracks seem to go towards this very small window that leads to the basement.
So the tracks of something that is tall, that has big feet, and there are 6 of, or one thing with 12 feet, fit into, how small of a window are we talking here by the basement?
It's like, you know how it is. Well, I don't know how many basements you've seen, but it's sort of just like a little thing to let some light into the basement. The window itself is maybe just it's relatively wide, but it's maybe just 2 feet tall, actual clearance.
Oh, so this would be barely big enough to fit Jay, but not big enough to fit me.
Yeah, if somebody they must have crawled into it. You could probably crawl into it if you're if you're a thin person.
Weird. Okay.
Yeah.
So I sneak up to the side window, and I want to get a look in. Can I peek my head around inside the window? What do I see? Do I see light? Do I see anything? Do I hear anything?
There is no light inside. It does look pretty dark in there. There's a little bit of light coming in from, the outside, but this is not a particularly bright planet. And all of the smoke and dust and, gunpowder from the battle, which, by the way, this city is continuing to be shelled. It is under constant siege while your investigation is going on.
Wait, so in the
what else
background,
is
there's just occasional, just random cannon fire. Now, not near us, right? But we just hear it.
Yeah, you just hear it. Yeah,
Okay. Or are we
It's just
continuously under
we're
random
so used
cannon
to it
fire?
at this point, Jay.
yeah.
Is it a situation where a shell could just randomly hit a building we're in, or is it usually reserved to the front?
Yeah. I mean, mostly it's directed at the wall, but there are a couple buildings that we passed by that look like it was just completely exploded by a shell.
Oh, so we could die at any time here. That's reassuring. Thank you for that
par-
information,
Jay-
Daniel.
Jay, it's par for the course. I mean, did you expect anything less than that?
Yes, I didn't expect to go places where bullets or shells could hit me at any time. What are you talking about?
This is why it seems most of the buildings that are near the wall are abandoned.
Yeah, it's all adding up. I'm looking around and I just see a bunch of buildings just completely obliterated. I look in a way as in to encircle my exact position and see that it almost makes a target with me as the dead center. Okay, this is really bad.
I look down at my wrist and write down extreme Short-sightedness and nearsighted. Yep, confirmed. Check for later.
You're making like a medical analysis. Like, see what he does in the wild. He hits his head on boards, but all right.
I thought that was just a weird tick you had, where you just decided, you couldn't enter a space until you hit your head on a board. You did it so often. Now that you didn't even notice.
It's my OCD. It's like, wait, before I go in here, whack. Oh, there we go.
Because Aeldari have pretty long and tall heads, so maybe that's just a thing. But it turns out you're not even noticing everything's being destroyed around us. There might be a medical reason.
Some people check door handles multiple times. Some people slam their heads into wooden boards.
So if you'd like, you could try to make a perception check to sort of look down into this lower area. I
definitely do. I don't want to just slide in ta-da, it's the darkness, and then...
Well, I don't know if you'll be able to even slide in. There's there's bars and a lock.
Oh, so the window's actually barred.
Well, the bars are built into the actual window itself. It looks like if you were to get the lock off, the bars could slide away.
Okay, but this is what I mean to ask is if you didn't have access to the window via the unlocking it, this is inaccessible. Even a small...
It is not accessible. No, I'm sorry if I didn't make that. I did not mention that, but yes, I didn't think you were going to try to squeeze in. But no, you would not be able to squeeze it.
Okay. All right, let me then make a awareness check. What's the difficulty going to be to... I guess I'm asking you, what's the difficulty? Should I just roll and you tell me if I hear anything? Because, I'm asking...
Just roll to see if you see anything.
Yeah, because otherwise I'm getting more information, right? Daniel, what's the, awareness check to find out? All right.
Stop trying to get free information. You remember what happened last time.
Yeah, I know.
It may or may not be plasma related.
Yeah, it was bad. Here we go. I've got a 6 for it, so let's see. Ooh. Now, technically, I got a 5, but the 1-6 I got is on my wrath die. So I would like to instead, I'll take my 3 and then push the 6 on my wrath die to get a super result. I think that's how that works, but I don't know if I pass to meet whatever awareness is required.
You could also just give us a glory.
But I could have super hearing. No, you're right. We'll take a glory. That's a good point. So instead, then I that would just be what a 5.
Okay. Looking down into the basement, it's pretty dark. Nothing is really lit up, like I was saying. It looks like there's stacks of something wrapped in. It looks like probably some kind of weed or leaf or something like that. There's just a bunch of piles of something wrapped up in leaves. And then you see it kind of looks like there's a bunch of rifles just laying haphazardly on the floor.
That's odd. Do I see any movement?
You do not see any movement.
Huh.
Hey, Jay, what's going on over there?
I go back to my earpiece as I hear Andrew radio me. Yeah, it's really strange. There's a bunch of stuff wrapped up in the basement in here, and there's guns on the floor, but I don't see anybody. It's a little weird. And Daniel, the tracks lead here, right? They don't stop here and then go elsewhere. It just looks like they come here and stop at the window.
Yes, they do.
Very strange. Andrew, I didn't see anybody when I approached. Let me just get quick eyes on. Daniel, can I check to see if there's an easy path for Andrew to take and join me on this side without there being visible pockets by the windows?
There's kind of only one way in because this building is so sort of pressed in. There are no windows except for the one by the basement that you were looking at. But there's kind of only one way to approach it.
Which is the front?
Yeah, it's the front. You're kind of looking, this basement window is pretty close to the front door of this warehouse.
Right, I assume it's just off to the side of the front-facing part?
Yeah, it's just off to the side. Yeah, okay. Exactly.
So maybe can Andrew, I guess I can just kind of wave Andrew. Andrew, come over to me, quietly.
Okay, I saunter over to the front door.
Saunter?
I saunter.
I just said quietly. Just do.
I mean, you say quietly. There's a permanent hum about me. I'm a mechanical man walking around in power armor. It's kind of hard for me to stop.
I've attuned my senses to hear everything as I was trying to observe what's in this basement. I'm Andrew, head your way over here. And then I just hear and it's like, and I'm like, God damn
Jay,
it.
I glow. I have lights.
Fuck. Wait, stop. Don't make it all the way here yet. I want to see if Daniel, can I like pick the lock on this thing and see if I can get it open?
What skill would you use to pick a lock?
Yeah, that's a very good question. I mean, it would have to be something like, it's not investigation, I don't think.
It'd be like cunning.
Would it be
I would
cunning?
think.
Yeah, like I cunningly opened this lock. Because there isn't really like a sleight of hand type of deal thing going on here.
Or survival, I guess, maybe.
And it's not like a technical pad, so I'm not using tech on it. Use my tech!
Could be survival.
Weapon skillet with my sword, which is an option.
You're trying to ignore me, Jay, but I know you're thinking about it.
Yeah, I mean...
I'm trying to look over these skills here. Huh.
Look, I've used a lot of skills to solve a lot of weird problems. I piloted a ship into a monster before, which worked. Instead of a weapon
very
skill.
few instances where we've had to actually like fiddle with mechanical locks.
You
though.
know
It's
what?
mostly been-
Actually, the description of stealth is your ability to hide, move without being detected, and disable security systems.
Oh my god, are you kidding me? That's another thing that I can use my stealthy skills with? And I like
Yes.
I look down at my fingers and I look they're very like thin, muscular, dexterous fingers. I'm like, yes. So
you should look down and the lock is already picked. And your
yeah,
hands just
my
moved on their
fingers are
own.
just been doing it the whole time. I'm like, oh, that's weird.
You just didn't know. You're just like, oh.
There's a
why am I
flashback.
holding
I'm
this
like,
lock?
wait a second. That means all those times. And I just think back when I was on like the Rogue Trader and people like, I'm always passing by areas and you just hear in the background like, why is this door locked? Hey, who took my lock? And I'm just like, do. Just my fingers do it naturally. All right, let's do this. Stealth. What's the difficulty to pop open this lock?
Difficulty 5. It's a pretty complex lock.
Oh, not for me.
Actually, like, it's kind of wild that the lock is so intense for this shitty little warehouse.
Ooh, not intense enough. Not intense enough for my roll. One of them fell off. Oh gosh, I crushed this lock. Oh yes, that is oh my goodness. That is, without pushing any 6s, I'd use one of them to get a 6 result, and then I can push 2 more 6s on top of that. So if there's a way to over-succeed at unlocking a lock, yeah.
You've dismantled the lock and stored it for later.
I've dismantled it. I've taken springs out of it. But yeah, if there's a way to do it with like making absolutely no sound whatsoever.
Yeah, no one's gonna know. You could also open the window without anybody hearing you. You are completely silent in opening it. Now, difficulty is going to be squeezing in there, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, when he opens the window, does he smell anything?
That's a good question.
So I guess that's another awareness check. Mostly what you smell around here is gunpowder and swamp.
Okay, fair enough. What's my awareness check requirement?
6.
Oh, okay. Well, at least that answers, it being that difficult, will hopefully at least answer my one question, which I'm sure Andrew was assuming is, am I just going to smell a bunch of dead bodies? Like, because I don't know if I would even need an awareness check for that. Just like, what do I smell? And I like sniff the air, like, oh, I just immediately vomit. I'm like, oh yeah, dead bodies.
Yeah, I was wondering if when he opens the window, he just gets hit with a cloud of putrefaction.
Yeah. No, I only got a 4, so no super result there. So
You're like, I smell it. I smell a smelly smell.
it smells like swamp. Let's do this. So then, Daniel, I would like to stealthily slip in through the window and make it onto the ground floor. Not go too deep into this, like literally stay right by the wall as I slip in. I want to obviously get support from Andrew if anything goes awry, but I also don't want us walking into something we're not prepared for. So I stealthily slip through the window.
Well, my question is, Jay, before you do that, should I try and find a way to open the front door in case there's maybe stairs to go down to the basement?
Maybe. I'm just worried, like, there might be things inside the main part of the building. You know what I'm saying? And we could come in potentially, or pincer. Like, if I could come in from the bottom and you come in from the main level.
There's no way. Because there's no way I'm going through that window.
I would love that.
So to be clear here, so you would just make another stealth check to get in. That's also based off agility. This whole window is stealth for you. To be clear, you were smelling for other things. You definitely are smelling the smell of bodies when the window opens.
Oh!
To be clear. I'm sorry, you guys started moving ahead before I was able to sort of, you were like, I failed my check. Blah, blah, blah. No, you smell bodies.
Well, now I understand why the awareness check is so much higher, because to smell anything over the bodies is difficult.
Yes.
So you did get hit with the wall of putrefaction. It just took a second for you to realize that's what it was. You had too much swamp in your nose.
I had too much swamp in there. I cleared it right out, and then I vomited right away. I feel much better.
Hello again, just your friendly Imperial Scribe here to make you aware of All Rankin's newest and growing business, Mortar Insurance. At Mortar Insurance, you can sleep comfortably, surrounded by the unending sounds of cannon fire and screaming agony, knowing that if a stray mortar happens to crash through your roof, obliterating you and your entire family, Mortar Insurance will continue to donate your remaining funds as tides to the Emperor even after you've passed. Incredible! Do you know what's also incredible? Our Patreon. With years of bonus content and early access to our main episodes, it's quite a good time. And with that said, I'll return you now to the boys.
Oh, it's okay. Andrew, there's definitely dead people in here. Probably a lot of dead people.
So I should open the front door and find.
No,
down
not yet.
down.
Let's time this. I don't see anybody down here. So maybe if there are people inside who like to, murder people and drag their bodies away, we should probably, maybe go at them at the same time. I could go from the low ground. You go from the middle ground. What do you say?
Okay. The one problem I have with this, and why I think I should open the door before you go down there, is because I literally have no idea what to expect when I open this door, and there might not even be stairs to get down there from this building. So, you could just be stuck down there.
No, I'm slippery. I could slip in and out from this window. Probably easily. Maybe. I don't know. Do you have a frag grenade? Maybe we could blow this place is a piece of crap. I don't know if you've noticed. We could probably, blow a hole through the floor or something.
No, I didn't bring any explosives with me this time.
What?
So
You brought no explosives? Are you crazy? Who are you? Did your whole upgrade mess up your brain? You don't have anything?
I seem to recall a recent incident where I encountered close-range fire from something that could be easily described as superheated plasma. And if I had explosives on me, we probably wouldn't have this conversation right now. So, I'm just thinking about that.
Fair enough. Well, I'm going to try to sneak in here. You come in from the top. If anything goes crazy, I'll slip back out of this window. We can reconvene and charge them from the front. Again, I'm just realizing now I'm very quick to just kill whatever's in here, but this could be a job, maybe? I don't know. Do you think we're going to bump into a bunch of, tall, weird morticians? Probably not, because they went through the basement.
They ambushed the patrol at the wall, dude.
Yeah, you're right.
They murdered a whole bunch of people.
Yeah, and nobody saw them. This is all really weird. Anyways,
okay.
Are you ready by the front? No, don't go in. Yes. Hold on. Wait, no. Don't go in. Does he go in?
I want to kick the door open.
Jesus.
Okay, make an athletics check.
Tired of waiting.
I hope that you fail this, but if you fail, you don't bounce off the door. It's still a piece of shit. Your foot just goes through it and the door doesn't move. You're just stuck in the door.
Okay, Daniel, what do I need?
Difficulty 3.
All right. I succeeded, and I can push a 6.
Okay. You just annihilate the door.
Nice.
What do I immediately see inside?
You see 2 dudes sort of sitting at a table, drinking and chatting with each other, and who are terrified as you burst through the door.
Andrew, I just
Hands up! This is the police!
Andrew, I just had a thought. These things, whatever they are, went through the basement, so whatever is actually on the main floor might not even know that there's a problem. Just a thought. I hope you didn't... Wait a second. Did you just kick in the front door?
What? We didn't do... What? Who are you? What's going on? What? Huh?
I'm the cops, and you're up to no good.
I don't... The Armistice? What the fuck is going on? We didn't do anything.
Okay. Well, say I believe you. Where, perchance, are the stairs to your basement?
It's right over there. What the fuck? You can't come in our basement, okay? No. The other one is sort of stepping forward. No. You can't just search our basement, okay? We're doing fucking work here, okay? This is a legitimate business. Do you have a warrant or some shit?
I do have a warrant, and I pull out my shock mall. This is my warrant.
Whoa. Let's not be too hasty here.
Andrew, ask him about his gate. Is his gate big? Does he have a big old gate?
What?
You know? Oh, right. You can look at that, can't you? Does he have a big gate? I mean, like, do these look like the people that brought the bodies back?
Oh, you're saying are they tall?
Yeah, tall. They're gates.
Are they tall, Daniel?
One of them's like 5'8", one of them's about 6 feet tall. They're not, nothing extraordinarily tall.
No, they're very average, Jay.
I mean,
Very
the 6 foot tall guy, that's kind of tall, but not like hugely tall. And the 5'8" guy, like, he's a little short, really.
Only one pair of legs each, Jay. It's looking like it's not them.
Okay. So there's still might be a multi-footed monster around here with a pretty big old gate.
So you gotta, Andrew, do you want to make like some sort of like intimidation check on these guys? Or?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna make an intimidation check.
Now, wait a second. Before you make this intimidation check, Andrew, do you need to change your jaw?
Oh shit! I should bring out my good jaw. Okay, yeah. Hold on.
Which,
One
Daniel,
second.
I have to suggest that this must add to the intimidation check for Andrew to just suddenly rip off his bottom jaw and replace it with something else.
So I take off my standard gunmetal jaw and tuck it underneath of my robe, and they may or may not have gotten a glimpse of multiple jaws in the inside of my robe, and I immediately pull out the black and red jaw and put that on my face.
Oh, jeez.
Listen here, you sons of bitches. You're gonna let me into your basement, and I'm not gonna get any lip, because I'm the law.
Do you even have lips?
Oh, you done it now, son.
I heard that over the intercom, and I was just like down there. I was like, fucking whoopsie.
And I immediately marched towards the guy that said that, and like, because I'm in power armor, and like I'm a reasonably big person to begin with because I'm augmented, but like I'm always like walking with a little bit of a hunch, and now I sort of just like raise myself up, and my mechanical eyes start to glow, and I'm just staring down at this guy with his scary red and black jaw. And for my roll for intimidation, Daniel, just so you know, I got 2 4s and a 6 for my normal successes, and a 6 on my wrath die.
Oh, 6 under wrath die? Oh, okay, so you probably don't like fall through the floor or anything. Okay.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
He was waiting for it. He's like, yes, here it comes.
That would actually be amazing if I walked towards the guy lifting myself up and stomping and immediately fell through the
Show
floor.
me to your basement! Just fall right through.
If you'd gotten one on a wrath die, that's probably what would have happened. No, instead, this guy immediately drops the gun that he had like in his coat that he was gonna try to draw on you, and the other one like puts down his knife. It's just like, okay, we'll tell you everything. Don't fucking
right
kill
you
us.
are. Oh, well, we'll see. We'll see what you have to say first.
While this is going on, Daniel, I want to use this as a distraction to slip into the basement finally and get a look around. I slip down through the window. What do I see as soon as I get in here? Do I have a better look at what's happening with the light coming through from the window?
So, like I said, the floor is sort of covered haphazardly in like rifles and like a couple of grenades and pistols. Nothing super fancy in terms of weapons, but just like a bunch of weapons. Which is,
But do these look like, I'm assuming these are weapons taken from the patrols that are like attacked and then dragged away. Is that what this looks like, or is this like a menagerie of weapons?
It's a menagerie of weapons. It doesn't just look like stuff that was taken from the guards. It looks like just a bunch of random weapons, maybe something that they got from traders and something like that. Also, the piles that are sort of wrapped in swamp weed, like leaves and sheets, those are corpses. There's probably like 23 corpses stuffed into this basement.
Jeez.
Make another awareness check now that you're down here.
It smells so bad.
Yeah.
Let me take a bigger inhale now that I'm in here.
Yeah.
Really
Jay,
good.
what's going on down there?
I'm looking. There's a lot of bodies down here, buddy. I'm rolling. I got a... What would that be? That's a 4. I got a 4 in my awareness.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Yes, no, that's a 4. It's correct.
So the main thing you see is that, it's just a bunch of bodies. It's dark in here. You see the floor is pretty damp here. It looks like, and as you're looking around, you see there's actually sort of like a tunnel that goes into the soft ground and goes underneath the warehouse and goes somewhere else.
Oh, that's interesting. And when I look around the basement, is there anything else I can see? By the way, I have a light. I just don't often use it. I forget that it's on my rifle. So I switch on the light on my Ranger long rifle to look around. Obviously, I have it pulled just in case because there's a bunch of dead bodies down here. I swing it around the room to see if I can get eyes on anything else, like if there's something else down here.
When you turn the light on and are looking around, you didn't roll super high on your awareness when you got in here. You shine your light, as you're like, you're looking around, you see this little tunnel, like, there's something's been digging in here, maybe? What's going on? And then you notice, attached to the ceiling, just clinging to the ceiling.
Oh, no.
Are a pair of multi-legged things. They're kind of an amalgamation of flesh, seemingly like just sort of sewn together in weird ways. You do see that it has like some human feet, and like you see like an orc arm sticking out here and there, and just a bunch of worms crawling around on it. It's some sort of abomination that is sitting there.
It's like a flesh centipede?
Yeah, like a flesh centipede. But the thing you notice is it has no eyes. Make a stealth check.
Oh, no. Well, definitely what happens, Daniel, is I point it up and I see it and I freeze, waiting for, this is what always happens, waiting for the invariable, screeching sound as it charges me, and then nothing happens, and I'm frozen in fear and, shock, staring at this thing, and then it doesn't move, and I'm like, why isn't it coming to kill me? And, I look around I don't think this thing can see
and
me.
as you're looking around, you see there are 2 of them.
Oh, fuck.
At first you thought it was just one big thing, but, it actually might still just be one big mass of flesh. I wish I could do a better job of describing it, but it's just kind of a mess of limbs and maws and worms and just
horrible. Just all horrible. Okay, wow. Just, jeez. Okay, well, gotta be my best stealth check of my life.
Difficulty 7 stealth check.
Okay. Let's see.
Jay, what's going on? You stop talking. What's going on down there?
Quiet, Andrew. Don't talk too loud in my earpiece. I got exactly a 7, 3 4s and 2 6s.
Okay.
So, I'm like, Andrew, can you hear me?
Yeah. Why are you whispering?
There are flesh centipedes down here in the basement. They're clinging to the ceiling of the basement, just beneath
Jay,
me.
we don't have time for any bugs. We're in a goddamn swamp.
No. They're big. They're very big. They have human arms, and I think that's an orc arm. They've got teeth everywhere, and arms everywhere, and legs everywhere. It's just real gross, man.
Jay, I think you've been sniffing too much of that.
Do you want us
Swamp
to
gas.
tell you what's going on? I'm sorry, we won't hurt you.
Hey, shut up for a second. I'm in a conversation here.
Andrew, ask them what the fuck is in the basement.
Fine. What's in the basement, you 2 miscreants?
We just we dig up bodies from the graveyard, or we loot bodies that we find. There's just bodies around. We see bodies around sometimes, and we bring them here, and we leave them here, and then sometimes then the bodies stay here for a little while, and then the bodies go away. So the bodies just go away, and then when the bodies go away, we find weapons. So these cool weapons that we could use to defend ourselves or sell on the market. So we've just been putting bodies in the basement, and then we're getting a reward. That's all we're doing. We didn't kill anybody. These guys were already dead when we got here. I mean, sometimes I don't. Yeah, but that's all. Tell
So
them.
you're trying to say that you had nothing to do with the patrol of the ambush of that patrol near the wall, all those people murdered.
I don't know. I think sometimes there's bodies that end up in there that we don't remember bringing in. But that's I
love that this guy's reaction is I don't know, which is like, can you imagine? Hey, did you kill that man? I don't know.
He's like, I didn't kill them, but like sometimes there are extra bodies in the basement, so something might have killed them and put them here. We just kind of, it's kind of a.
Andrew, I'm
So
overhearing
here's
some.
what we're gonna do.
I'm overhearing some of this through your earpiece. I gotta ask. Can you please ask them this question? I'm very interested. That they have accepted that sometimes when they go into the basement, there are extra bodies, and they've asked no questions about that. Is that true?
It appears to be true. I mean, who the hell knows? I mean, like, I think I should bring them down in the basement.
No.
You're saying
No.
there's these big centipede things.
No.
We could use them as a distraction.
No. I think that's a very bad idea. I don't know what these things can do. I don't even know if it's two. It could just be one. It's really dark down here.
Wait, it is a thing with 12 limbs?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Jay, you see that it is now, the things on the ceilings are now spreading out like sort of like little tentacles from their backs, as if they're sort of like feeling around, trying to like sense the air and maybe feel for if there's anything in the
Is it
basement.
possible that they started doing this more and more as I've been asking more and more questions on?
You know it.
Like, it doesn't do that, and then I start like, hey, ask him about the basement, and then it's like, I'm like, Andrew, I think they know that I might be down here. They don't know where I am, but I think they know I'm here.
So get out of there. What are you waiting for?
I can slip out of here. Yeah, that's true. But then where do we? They might be heading down that tunnel. Ask him. Wait.
Tunnel. What are you talking about?
Before anything goes terribly bad here, we should ask them who made this deal with them. Who did they meet with to secure this exchange?
Yeah. I got this.
And
You
as
just get
Andrew
out of
goes to
there.
ask that, I am going to start to slip back towards the window a little bit.
You're gonna need to make another stealth check.
I was going to say as slowly as I possibly can. Now that they're looking for me, what is my stealth requirement here, Daniel?
Difficulty 8.
Yeah, I thought so. Okay. Oh boy. I see good numbers, but it's also a very high requirement. That's a 5. Oh no. That's a 7. So I assume I'm like panicking here a little bit.
Yeah.
Not watching everything. I mean, a 7 is still really good. But like,
Yeah.
I just don't see where I'm going, and I probably like step on one of the guns on the ground.
Yeah.
And
it's just like a little bit of a clatter.
yeah. Oh, like close my eyes, like, oh, damn it.
Both of these things drop down from the ceiling, snarl, and head towards.
Shit. Andrew,
Okay.
I'm gonna need you in the basement ASAP, buddy.
Yeah, just 1 second. So okay,
What?
gentlemen?
And then you hear Andrew, you hear the snarl.
Oh. We'll get back to this. Don't you two go anywhere. I will know if you go somewhere. And I immediately kick open the door to the basement and start charging down.
All right. So both of you are going to have to, I didn't do this right away because I didn't know if Jay was going to sneak by them or whatnot. But these things are so terrifying and gross. I think we need to start looking at our corruption levels, especially because, you guys are going to be inquisitors now. We need to really, take charge of like protecting your soul from corruption. So you're going to be making a corruption test right here.
Ah, poop.
Yes.
Okay. Now, for a corruption test, I believe is it just willpower?
So when you make a corruption check, you make a you use your conviction.
Which is my
against the
willpower.
difficulty.
Yeah.
Yes, I believe it's based on willpower. Yes.
Okay.
It's willpower +1 is your conviction. I have a +1 for my trait. Sorry.
I love that a
cut this
corruption
out.
test is just like, here, make a corruption test, which is also a conviction test.
Yeah.
It's the same. All right. What's the difficulty?
So this thing is, while terrifying, not necessarily chaotic. So it's mostly just sort of disgusting. And seeing this thing as well as all the bodies, it's just going to be a difficulty 1 corruption check.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So we just have to beat a 1. That's fine.
Yeah.
I was going to say, because it's not like we're looking into like a greater demon who like, it's
Yeah,
like looking into the
exactly,
void,
exactly.
you know? And you're like,
Yeah.
"Ugh."
Yeah, so I noticed walking in, Daniel, like the back of my analytical mind was like, because I puffed myself up to intimidate this guy, and I was like, oh, that was close. Like I noticed I almost stepped through the floor, basically.
You
'cause
put
I'm
your
too
center
heavy
of
for this
gravity
space.
too centralized instead of when you hunch, you distribute it a little bit more.
Oh, more because I was also stomping my way towards this guy to intimidate him. So like, I tried the floor very hard, but it just barely didn't break. So it's more my style to just go through the floor. So what do I need to break through the floor, Daniel?
If you're just stomping through with an athletics, difficulty 3.
Okay. All right. I accomplished the 3. I can push 3 6s.
Jesus.
And one of them is my wrath die.
Oh my god. Wait, I have an idea. It's that we don't want these guys to get away because we want to question them. Could he
They
have
fall
kicked
through the
it?
floor
Could he
with
have
me?
kicked it so far hard that they come through the floor with him?
Sure.
I meant to just collapse the space underneath me, but it takes like 70% of the floor.
I mean, it is a crappy building.
Yeah.
All right, so I fall through the floor, and so does that taking them with me and the rest of the floor? Does that count as the 6 on my wrath die, or was that just with the push?
That's
6?
the 6 on your wrath die.
Okie
Because
dokie.
they were 1000% going to run away.
That's what
And
I was
now
thinking.
they're-
And we got to question him.
You were gonna have to question the those card play guys or something as these guys ran away.
Oh,
Or
I'll
you're gonna
question
have
him,
to track
Daniel.
down-
I got questions for him.
So
Okay,
again, now that you're looking at this, it's going to be a difficulty 1 corruption test and a difficulty 3 fear test.
Now,
Okay.
I'll have you know, Daniel, for this corruption test, I passed so well, I also rolled a 6 on my wrath die. I got so much conviction for killing these pieces
I mean,
of
you
shit.
could give us another glory.
Yeah. Let's
You
do
wanna
it.
that?
Yeah.
I would say give us another glory.
I was going to say either that or I take your wrath success and turn it into a narrative declaration that both of them fall on the 2 monsters and kill them immediately. No. Yeah, we'll just take a glory. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay.
Okay, so I passed my conviction test. Unfortunately, I rolled a 1 on my wrath die.
Ooh.
Ooh, okay. Let me. Oh, what happens if you get a 1 on your wrath die with corruption?
Well, so this is the funniest part, is like, you were like, it's a 1 to pass. I was like, all right, my conviction's a 4. I think I can do this. And I only rolled 1 success.
Jeez.
And the 1 on my wrath die. I was like, wow, that was real close to obliteration. Okay.
And
Maybe
for
I'm not so convinced.
yeah, you're like, you know what? Maybe murder is not so bad.
Chaos is a lot going on as I start to see, 2s in my binary.
Ugh.
Chaos is not so bad.
Options are good, you know. You got 4 different gods to pick from, 5 technically. But Daniel, what is it?
So if you fail, if you get that 1 on your corruption on the roll, that increases the difficulty that you need to pass the corruption test.
Oh, crap. That means I failed.
Oh,
That means you fail.
Oh,
So
no.
for now, you will only get 1 corruption point. But mark that down, and if
Here's
that
the thing,
changes-
it makes sense because Andrew
Yeah.
sees these things and they're like weird centipeded like people arms and limbs. And let's be
Yeah.
honest, that's kind of what the Adeptus Mechanicus do anyway. So you're looking at this and you're like, you know what? That's an interesting take on limb attachments. I mean, Belisarius Call, the ballest of the balls, is basically a robot centipede man. He's got like a million different limbs coming off of one big robot tube body.
Let's be clear. Those who don't choose tracks usually choose the centipede path.
Exactly.
I mean,
so you're like, yeah, this is cool.
they got a lot going on. I mean, look at all those limbs.
They can do so many things.
So you're also going to make fear checks, difficulty 3.
Oh, so that's in addition to, not if you pass.
Addition.
So if you pass, you still can do it. Okay. Is that just a resolve, or is that also a conviction check?
That's resolve.
Okay. Damn. So slightly worse.
What's the difficulty?
3. Difficulty 3 fear.
You need a perfect pass, Andrew. You got this.
Resolve of 2.
Now here's the thing. Can he get a +1 to this, Daniel, because he had such a cool entrance?
He failed his...
Oh, yeah. Well, he failed his corruption. He failed his corruption
That's
check.
just corruption.
That's not fear. That's just him being like, I'm liking this. That's not the same thing. I'm just saying he has a very cool
Allow
entrance.
me... Okay, Andrew, you only need 2 successes for this.
Yeah.
Okay.
You still might fail this.
He still
I
might.
only have 2 dice, so we'll see.
I thought you had 3 dice.
No, my willpower is only a 3.
Oh, poop. Okay. Well, here we go. For mine, I completely fail. All dice complete fail. No,
Okay.
that's
well,
very
we're
bad.
on a roll. It's on brand. I failed, and I rolled a 1 on my wrath die.
Oh no, Andrew.
I'm gonna have it seize the initiative from that. I'm gonna actually have it give me a point of ruin and then seize the initiative, however you want to say it. But it's one of these creatures is gonna go first because of that. Also, because both of you guys have fear, you have +2 difficulty on all of your checks, as long as the source of your fear is here.
You know, the source of my fear is actually fear that, one day I won't be able to convert my body into the majesty that these 2 things have. I mean, look at them. They have so many limbs. Imagine all the trees and stuff they could climb.
But you only have 1 corruption point. You're not sitting at like 30 corruption points.
Andrew went to like
as
the
soon as that
furthest.
starts, man, I lean all the way in.
I almost thought you were gonna say the opposite. That like this is an example of like your like automation going too far, but from like a fleshy perspective. Like there are no eyes, there's no humanity left. It's just attachments,
No, because remember, my problem is the fact that I'm becoming more machine.
No, but that's what I mean. This is a fleshy representation of what you're doing to yourself with mechanics. This has no personality left.
No. We go full literal, and none of this make believe stuff.
Oh, this is too human.
More flesh. They went more flesh. So like they're exactly where I want them to go.
This is too human. You have too human stuff on you. How dare you?
I could use some of that human.
A reminder about fear. So it's +2 difficulty for everything.
Damn.
You can make a leadership roll at 2 plus the fear value, so that'd be 5. A leadership test at 5 to break out of the fear, and either one of you can do it, and that will free both of you.
Ooh. I've got decent leadership. I might have to.
But it is a full action to do that. To sort of say something inspiring.
Before either of us can say anything inspiring, I think a monster sees the initiative. So
yep. Yeah. What happens now?
All right. This thing is going to attack you, Andrew, with all of its mouths, and like you see that like its arms are now like claws are like growing out of its arms. Like so it's like shifting and mutating as if like these spikes and claws were like underneath the skin and are now rising up to attack you.
Okay. I was on board with this before. Now I'm not. Now I'm really not. Go away.
And it's going to attack you, so I get to finally roll some dice.
What do you mean, Daniel? You're not controlling these things, are you?
I'm just over here. I'm just upstairs. They were playing some dice up here.
So you're playing with the dice on the table where they were. There's like dice. You're like, yes, now I get to finally roll dice. And it's just like a very wide shot of you, just like with like your tentacles.
They're actually fate dice, and they're controlling all of the circumstances around them.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Okay, so how many dice is that? Sorry, I'm having to reference. This thing isn't in the fucking book, so
It isn't? You mean the arm? That's not. I thought that was a classic Warhammer 40k monster. The thing with
Multi-armed abomination.
multi-arms and legs and maws and claws.
And no eyes.
They call it maws and claws.
We got maws, we got claws, but we don't come with eyes.
Yeah, we got it all.
Well, technically, they don't have it all.
That's
They have
true.
all but.
That's true.
So they're going to attack you with their horrifying mutations. Or I guess not really mutations, modification. Ooh, that's a lot of 6s.
Oh, no.
Well, it's a good thing that I am so hard to hit.
You're-
at a 3.
The luck you've had on this planet has been phenomenal, Andrew.
So it
It's going
pushes
real
2
bad.
6s. Well, it pushes 3 6s. One of those is a 6 on a wrath die.
Oh my God.
No, that's
Am
bad.
I just dead? Is this handheld plasma weaponry? Do they have plasma claws? Is that what's happening here?
Well, first I'm gonna see if it got any. Oh, no bonus damage. So that no. Oh, 1 bonus damage. And then I got to do the critical here. Actually, how about you roll the critical?
Oh, Daniel, why do you got to do this to me?
How dare you?
It's more fun that way.
Okay, here we go. 31.
All right, 31. Sorry, I'm just getting to the table. Where the fuck did the table go? There it is. Okay. Merciless strike. A blow to the foe's body steals the breath from their lungs, pulverizing their innards with a nasty crunch. You suffer a mortal wound.
Yee.
Good. And then how much damage?
Yes, the actual damage is 14.
Any penetration?
Pen 1.
Okay.
So really like a
Okay.
15.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I can't soak the mortal wound, so that's fun. But I'm going to attempt to soak the regular damage.
How many wounds would go through if you don't soak this?
Only 2.
Okay, that's not
my
bad.
resilience is actually pretty high. It's a 13 base with 4 armor, so
Yeah.
Well, that's scary that this thing can potentially put 3 wounds on you. That's bad.
all right. So I do actually succeed, and I soak both damage. So I lose 2 of my shock.
All right. Now you are also injured, however. Remember that, and I don't know if,
Yep.
yeah. So
I'm wounded, so -1 difficulty to all tests, which means I have a -3 because I'm also afraid.
Oh, it's actually technically +3 difficulty is how it's phrased. But,
Sure, Daniel.
You get a +3. Yippee!
Cool.
I like it.
now
I
is
like it.
done.
Let's be positive in this grimdark universe. You know, if you're gonna die, be positive about it.
Yeah, you have 3 more difficulty. Wait, no, that's not positive at all.
It
Jay or
just means
Andrew?
I have to prove myself. That's what's happening here, okay? Like, this is where I turn it around.
I would, Andrew, if you don't mind, I'd like to make a speech, a rousing speech, if you're into it. Because you could go right now, but you've got +3 to your checks. I could
Sure,
attempt to make a
sure.
rousing speech here.
Sure.
What do you think?
Attempt to break my fear, please.
Yes, I'm going to attempt to break all of our fears. And let's see here. It's I have leadership 7. What's the difficulty here? You said it's +2, so I need a 5, right?
Yes.
Okay. Might need to pop one of me wraths, but let's see how this goes. Ooh. Whoa. Whoa. Hold on. Holy shit. This is maybe the best roll I've ever had. Every single dice is a success. And I have 3 6s. So I have to use one of the 6s, but that's a 6, and then I can push 2 more 6s. So I don't know what it is about being in this dank basement, seeing these horrific monsters, but I dig deep and find some serious courage, I guess, when seeing these weird arm monsters. And I rally, and also because I've made such a good roll, Daniel, I want to try to rally these 2 idiots that fell through the floor and just say, like, look at them, look at everyone, look at this thing, like, attacking Andrew, and see, like, the fear in all of our eyes. I just think to myself, I was like, They're just arms and legs. There's no body, there's no eyes. These things are basically like creepy furniture, if you think about it. Are all of you gonna get taken down by creepy furniture? And you two, you idiots, look what you let hanging out in your basement. You gonna let this stuff just continue to mope around down here for what? For these stupid guns? Get it together, man. This is your problem. It's time to solve it. And as I say that, I whip out my witch blade, and that's my turn, because I have to take an entire action to do that.
They would pull out their weapons, but they did put them down.
Oh, yes.
When Andrew was threatening them earlier. There are some more weapons on the floor here, though. So
I was
That's
gonna
true.
say, the weapons probably also fell through the ceiling, so they're somewhere around here.
yeah, they're somewhere around here. Yeah, they were on a table. The table is now like it broke when the table hit the floor.
So maybe with my move, I don't move anything. I don't really want to move anywhere, but I do put my feet beneath a couple of the guns, and I look at both of them. I say, it's your problem. Time to fix it. And just kick a few of them towards them, and that's it. That's me. And just as I do that, a monster comes up and kills me. No!
Okay, so these two guys are going to like sort of cry out and like want to attack. So that means there's 4 possible targets for these things to go after. Jay, you are 1. Andrew, you are 2. And the 2 guys are 3 and 4. There's one that's already attacking you, Andrew. But this other one that hasn't attacked anybody yet, I'm going to roll to see which one it goes after.
I will make this
Oh.
one argument, Daniel. It's not in my favor. There's only one person who just made a very long, rousing speech. In this
You know what?
basement.
I'll make it so they won't attack Andrew. It'll be 1 and 2 are Jay, and then 3 and 4 are the guys.
All right, cool.
Yeah. Okay. Dice roller, D4. It's a 4. So this creature just sort of pounces on one of these guys and is probably gonna kill that guy.
It's definitely Knife Guy. It's Knife Guy. The guy that was really rude. It's definitely him.
The guy cries out in fear and terror and tries to like push back against it as his body is sort of flayed.
Oh my god. Does the other guy say anything? Like, no, Greg!
He's speechless.
Oh boy. I don't know if my rousing speech is going to keep this guy in the game. Andrew!
Yeah, Sneed and Sarsky here are having a bad day. Well, Sarsky's having an extremely bad day because he's no longer alive. But somehow I know their names. I don't know how I know their names, but I do.
It was on their mailbox outside, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was on the sign outside. Sneed and Sarsky warehouse.
Sneed and Skarsky. Skarsky or Starsky?
Sarsky.
Sarsky.
Sarsky. Sarsky.
I was
Nice.
like, both of those are wrong, Jay.
You just made up a different name that no one said. Nice.
But yeah. So I guess we'll go back to the top of the round, which is going to be the creature.
Wait. I haven't gone yet, sir.
You haven't gone yet. That is extremely rude of me. It also did seem weird. It
Also,
did seem that it was going too
Sneed.
fast.
Sneed didn't go either.
You're right. Sneed will get a chance to go.
And he's
We'll see how that
frozen right
goes.
now in fear.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I am rather upset that this thing crunched all of the new shiny insides that I replaced. He also, he crossed the last straw. He hit me on my right side, which was where all of my spare jaws were, and definitely destroyed at least 3 of them.
Oh my god, wait, isn't that all of them? I thought, oh yeah, you have 6. You have 6 jaws.
I have 6 jaws, yes. But he did destroy the nice silver and gold inlay one, the one for special occasions. And suddenly, Andrew stops talking, and the lights on his visor turn red, and it goes into full battle mode, and I'm going to do an all-out attack on the monster that hit me.
Yes.
Okay.
But this time only a +1 difficulty.
Yes.
Okay, what do I need to succeed to hit it?
Difficulty 4.
Okay, so that's a 5.
It would
I
be a
hit-
difficulty 5, yeah.
Yeah, so I hit it well enough. I'm even able to push a 6. Awesome. So let's do some extra damage. Okay, that's technically 3 6s for extra damage because I get +1. So that's 15 damage, pen 1.
Jeez.
Okay, you smash this thing. You do a lot of damage to it, but not quite enough to kill it. And its blood sprays out on you, and its blood is toxic.
Oh,
good.
no.
Just also remember, because it is alive, and normally when I'm hitting things with my shock maul, they don't really withstand more than one hit. It suffers a number of shock equal to the damage as well.
Oh, okay. So it would be okay. Well, I'll factor that in just a moment.
I don't know if these things even have shock. They're just limbs and mouths.
So the explosion of corrosive bile is spread, so it's going to hit everything in the room here.
Ugh.
So
good.
Yeah. So it treats it as a ranged attack. So just a moment here.
So can I dodge it?
Yeah, you could dodge it. Yeah.
Okay. I can't sidestep it because it's not a melee attack. But
Yeah.
just so you know, I do have a 5 defense normally, and we're technically in cover / shadows, so I have a 6 defense.
Oh, but you failed your stealth check, didn't you?
No.
So...
Oh, well, yes, but I'm in like the dark. You know what I mean? Like we're in a dark basement.
Yeah, I get that, but you're talking about things that don't have eyes, and you failed the
I
stealth
guess that's
check
fair.
to
You can make a
avoid
call
their
that it's
detection.
you can make a
Yeah.
call that it doesn't have eyes, so my
I
cover...
was about to say that, but you guys worked through the conversation yourself. Yes, your cloak is not going to help you hide from these things because they are not seeing you with their eyes.
Well,
They
poop.
do not have eyes.
Fair enough.
You need to get that. I told you, Jay. You need to get that quiet cloak. Your cloak is too loud.
It's got these cool little jingle jangles on them. Ding, 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 ding.
I feel like that's counterproductive towards being stealth.
Nah,
Like, I
it's
know you wanna
cool.
challenge
It's
yourself,
cool.
But
I got a 5
To hit me?
yeah, that's enough.
for both of you. Yes.
Ah, poop. Yeah, that definitely hits me.
Okay, so it's 8 damage.
Ooh.
No piercing. So I think Andrew is actually going to be fine.
I'm also going to be fine as well, but because I'm exactly an 8 on my resilience.
Oh, you know what? I actually have to roll. I do have 2 extra damage dice.
Ah, man.
They might not be anything. They might not be anything.
Roll low.
Ooh, one
Roll.
of them was a 6. I'm
Ah.
sorry. I'm sorry.
There was a spark of hope.
Well, one of them was a 6. What was the other one?
It was a 2.
Okay.
So
all right.
you take 10 damage.
So that would be 2 that would go through, but I'm going to try to soak 2 of them. I soak both of them, just so you know. All good.
All right. However, Jay, you are going to be poisoned.
Aw, butts.
This the corrosive bile is toxic 7. So the 7 is only the difficulty to try to remove it. But as long as you are poisoned, plus 2 difficulty to everything you do.
God.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ugh.
Well, when it splashes on me, it doesn't actually hurt me. It bounces off my armor and starts to sizzle, and part of my analytical brain is like, this would be pretty good for etching.
You crazy man.
Listen, you gotta make
Thankfully,
use of everything.
Thankfully, Sneed is far enough away that he is not hit by this corrosive bile. Okay. And that is your go, Andrew. This thing is almost dead, but it's going to try to attack you one more time.
Okay, I'm going to use one of our glory, and I'm going to steal the initiative.
Oh, okay. Isn't it seize the initiative?
Seize the initiative.
I feel like, for some reason,
bad.
I feel like the word seize is like an important word for us.
It's really important. Yeah, super important. Now, Andrew, you could do that. If I go, I can actually double attack with my dual wield. I could attack both of them in one go. But nah, never mind. You do it. You're the one who's getting ripped apart over there. So I think maybe you should just finish this thing.
Yeah, at least the one. I think that there's enough rage in me from it swinging on me that I just want. It's just full battle mode. I'm just smashing.
I
this thing
will
to the
say that I
floor.
will. Yeah, no. Do it. Do it. Crush it.
Okay, here we go. Oh my god. So it's 1 additional difficulty because I'm injured. So I believe it was a 5 to hit this thing.
Yes.
Okay, well, nothing significant on my wrath die, but I not only got a 5, but I can push 2 6s.
Yes.
All right.
Here we go. Not the best. Actually, that ended up less than last time. So 3. So that is 12 damage. Pen 1.
You destroy it.
Does it spray more goblins?
No, it only has the one explosion.
It's only got one pocket, which you blew it up already.
Yeah, it's like a big. It was like a big old pustule that you hit, and then it exploded out.
Oh, that makes it way better. Great.
Nice. That's no good. So what's this other thing gonna do? Is it gonna keep eating the body that it's on top of?
No, it's gonna roll a d4.
Ah.
So Andrew, you are now going to be considered in this.
Yes, I mean, that tracks. I did just smash the hell out of its friend. If it's even aware that, I mean, maybe they have a backstory. We haven't considered that.
That's true.
You probably made the most noise, so you're going to be 1 and 2. Jay's going to be 3. Steed's going to be 4.
Okay, I can live with this.
Listen.
You got a 1.
Well,
Yeah, it tracks.
going for you, Andrew. You did just kill its friend. Or enemy? Who knows how these things relate to one another?
I don't know. Maybe I canceled out a lifelong rivalry.
Yeah.
And now that they can never accomplish.
I was going to be the greatest Pokemon trainer.
Are you sure these things weren't just like really gross Pokemon?
Oh, maybe you're
Ooh.
right. Are we on a Pokemon planet? The
Oh,
worst kind of
man.
Pokemon planet?
Things just got way more interesting.
I do want to be the very best.
Arms
Okay,
and
let's-
limbs, I choose you.
What's your
Oh.
defense, Andrew?
A glorious 3, I'll have you know.
He got just a 3. He's not able to push anything else. All he was able to get was a 3, but that is enough to hit you.
It's because it's a glorious 3. You know, I'll allow it.
Would you say that his attack was super effective?
No.
Weak against
but-
power armor type.
But he is able to. He did get a 6 on his extra damage from that's just built into his horrifying mutations.
Nice.
So he's going to do 15 damage to you. Pen one.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
That sounds super effective to me.
Yeah.
All right. Probably a good thing he swung at me, Jay.
Yeah.
Well, Jay would have avoided
Yeah,
it.
I was going to
because,
say, to be fair, Andrew,
true,
actually,
true.
I'm very weak if you can hit me, but it is very hard to hit me, specifically in close combat.
Okay. Well, it's 3 damage that has to go through, so I'm gonna try and soak the rest of it with shock. And I wow, that was a really good roll. I do soak the rest of it. I only have 1 shock remaining,
Okay.
but I take no damage.
Nice.
It's not very effective.
That's right. I called it too early. It wasn't effective. This power armor, too strong, too OP.
It was just he was so high level, that's why it dealt so much damage. But it's not actually good, good use. Yeah.
Well, now, after giving my cool speech, right as I emboldened one of those warriors who was then immediately eaten, I would like to attack this thing with my witch blade.
All right. Remember, you are wounded from the toxic explosion.
I'm actually
So
not
it won't be-
wounded. I'm poisoned.
Oh no! Didn't you take any damage?
I took no damage.
No, you just did shock. Yeah, so
Yeah.
you're fine.
Yeah, I'm down to 7 shock because I was able to pass off the 2 that I would have gotten. But I am poisoned, so it's still bad. I still have a plus
It's still
2.
+2 difficulty, but it's not +3 for also being wounded. Okay. got it.
And also another plus 2 from fear. This would have been really bad with all those things compounding. Jeez. All right. So it's a 5, right? So for me it's a 4, which means it would be a 6 to get it, right? Because plus 2.
That's correct.
Yes.
Okay. Yikes. My weapon skill's only an 8. Maybe I shoot it? Nah, I want to hit it with a big sword. Let's do this. Up. Oh, wow. So bad. So very bad. Okay.
Wrath?
Yeah, I'm
maybe?
going to use Wrath. Can't reroll the Wrath die, which was a fail. Whamp, whamp. Here we go. Oh, wait. Did that turn around exactly? I need a 6, right? Yes, I have 2 6s and 2 5s with nothing bad on my Wrath die. So I do hit this thing. So now to do me damage, I can't push any 6s, which is a bummer. But I do get 5 extra damage dice from this stupid, crazy sword. Here we go. So let's roll that extra damage die. All right, so I get 3 extra damage. So it's damage 6 plus 4 for my strength, which takes me to 10, or 4 away, whichever one's better from its thing. So the 4 would cross that anyways, unless it's got like an 8 resilience, which I doubt that it has. But then
No, it doesn't.
I always add half of my willpower because it is a force weapon. So no matter what, I'm basically adding 6 on top of whatever its its resilience is. So it'd basically be like 6 damage to this thing.
It has 6 wounds.
Yes! So I just like flip up and just crack down on it with this sword at full force, which again, I just love the idea of these swords because they're not super sharp. They just hit like a freight train hits you at full speed, despite how big of a swing I make. So, yeah. Obliterate this thing.
Yeah. You cut it into pieces. It is going to explode with a toxic spell.
Ah, no! I sidestep it. Yeah, I'm point blank with it, aren't I? Could that be...
It's definitely a ranged attack.
Poop. All right. Well, I'm in the shadows, which it is not affected. So let's see, Daniel. Can it get better? Can it get a 5 defense?
Well, it's going to attack you. Yes, it is going to get a 5 defense.
Ah, boo. So it coats me again. Dang it. Can I be more poisoned?
Well, no, but it
Ultra
also
poison.
does damage.
Well, let's see.
You can't get more poisoned, so.
Okay.
He is ultra poisoned.
It pushes 3 6s because it rolled extraordinarily well.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
Well, that
But
would
we'll
be...
see if any of those convert. Ooh, so that's actually going to be 11 damage.
Okay, well, that's bad. 11 damage, so that would be 3 over my resilience of an 8. I have 4 determination, so I need to try to shuffle off some of this. I do! Actually, I got a 5. I rolled a 5, 4, and a 6 on one of them. So I actually do manage to pass off all of that, but I do go down to only 4 shock. So that's kind of that for me.
Yeah. And you have done it. You have killed these things in the basement.
Yay!
Whatever they were.
All right. I love it.
Maybe you could examine them a little bit more if you would like. But
I definitely would like to do that, Daniel. But before I do, just like myself, you are just covered in this goop, buddy. You really should have stayed up there and played with the dice. We're going to clean you off a little bit.
It's fine. It'll work like etching. I'm telling you. It's got new market.
This
new
is
market.
not good for him or you or or me. God, I feel really bad. Also, hey
Like
you.
want to be stuck with things.
Hey Snee. That's why. Maybe is this your name? I don't know. Listen.
I'm Sneed. Chris Sneed. Hello.
Well, Chris Sneed.
Thank you for saving my life.
Of course, Chris. Now listen. We have a couple questions for you, and I feel just disgusting. So if you could just sit tight here for a second, we're going to take care of our Servo Skull friend and then ask you some questions. That sound good, buddy?
Yeah. Thank you for saving my life, I think.
Yeah.
Don't hurt me.
Yeah. No problem, Chris. No problem. We're just going to have a little talk, and Daniel just going to shut you down and clean this stuff out. Sound good?
Yeah.
Thanks for listening to this grimdark tale. It appears our boys have just barely survived their encounter with these flesh centipedes, and may be close to unraveling the heart of this supernatural threat. Who is behind these abominations, you ask? Tune in next time to... Wait a second. You can listen to our next episode right now? On Patreon? Why, yes. You see, on Patreon, our backers are always one entire episode into the future. There you can also enjoy bonus episodes and get access to our Discord, where you can chat with the boys along with tons of other wonderful listeners every day. Definitely check it out. Special thanks to Daniel Fernandez for inserting his soul into a servo skull and helping these two as Game Master. If you enjoyed this episode, why not leave a rating and review on your favorite podcast app? We'd really appreciate it. Also, our theme song was composed by Kyle Fryer. You can check out his music on SoundCloud. And until next time, goodbye.